seconds and counting. The guidance system will go in.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Studio Classroom Worldwide. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Steve. This month's Studio Classroom technology feature brings to our attention some innovative products that are both eco-friendly and economical. In other words, they're green. The next invention on our list is the LED light bulb. LEDs were discovered about 100 years ago. However, they really started to become common in the 1960s when more and more practical uses for them were discovered. Today, scientists are continuing to find new applications for LEDs. Let's open our magazines to page 35 and find out what they are and find out why these little lights are popping up in more places than ever.
Innovative, eco-friendly products. LED light bulbs. LED is the newest alternative to the current energy-efficient fluorescent light bulbs. But unlike fluorescent bulbs, LED lights contain no traces of the toxic element mercury. They are even found to be 5% more efficient than fluorescent and possess a lifespan of up to 50,000 hours. Purchase costs may be high, but only LEDs can say they will still be glowing 20 years from now. LCD TVs. LCD is nothing new. Liquid crystal display was first discovered as a technology in 1888. But these days, LCD is the standard in energy-efficient TVs.
Hello everyone and welcome to Studio Classroom. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Chelsea. We're glad you've joined us today. Now, yesterday we introduced you to some new and interesting technology as we've talked about innovative, eco-friendly products. And we were introduced to 3 different products that are helping the environment yesterday. One of those was a dual flush toilet, another was a steam dishwasher, and the last one was wireless charging. Now, all 3 of those are good for the environment, and they're new products out on the market. I know personally I would like to get my hands on one of those steam dishwashers. Today we have some more innovative, eco-friendly products to share with you, starting with LED light bulbs.
That's right, LED light bulbs. LED is the newest alternative to the current energy-efficient fluorescent light bulbs. And we see the term there, LED, that just has the idea of using this high-tech technology to use that in displays. Many displays and light bulbs also use this technology. And it actually does save a lot of energy, and these light bulbs will last a very long time.
Now remember, the idea here is that we want all of these products to be eco-friendly. We want them to be good for the environment. And so we're going to be learning in this section that LED light bulbs are a great alternative. Now that word alternative just means that it's something that can be used in place of something else. So these LED light bulbs are a great alternative to the current energy-efficient fluorescent light bulbs that are often used. Now, Brandon, we see here also the term fluorescent. These LED bulbs are a great alternative to these fluorescent bulbs.
Yeah, fluorescent is the idea of this tube that is filled with gas and it provides some sort of light. And so we see that now we have another choice. We can use the LED lights instead of the fluorescent light bulbs. And those fluorescent light bulbs, they have this toxic element in it, mercury. So that's toxic, means there's something poisonous there. And so it's really a good alternative to have the LED lights.
These truly are a great alternative to fluorescent bulbs. We see next that they are even found to be 5% more efficient than fluorescent and possess a lifespan of up to 50,000 hours. So that's pretty amazing. These LED light bulbs can last up to 50,000 hours. They are definitely more efficient. And we know that that term efficient means something that works well and is effective without wasting time or money or energy.
That's right, and I really like the idea of not wasting time. So if I use one of these light bulbs, it will stay there for a very long time. Hopefully we see there 50,000 hours. That's a long time. I don't really like changing light bulbs, so I love this idea. And next we see purchase costs may be high, but only LEDs can say that they will still be glowing 20 years from now.
That is an incredible lifespan. Now we see that term lifespan. We know that that just refers to the average length of time that someone lives or that something continues to work. And so we might think of something like a sea turtle. Sea turtles have a very long lifespan of maybe 100 to 150 years. They live a long time in the ocean, just like these LED light bulbs survive for a long time if you begin using them in your lights and lamps around the house.
Well, we've been talking about LED light bulbs, but what about LCD TVs? LCD is nothing new. It's liquid crystal display. That's what LCD stands for. And the liquid crystal display was first discovered as a technology in 1888. So it was actually discovered a very long time ago, Chelsea. It is nothing new, but it is useful for us today.
It is very useful, and as we see here again, this is part of the innovative products that are eco-friendly, so we know that it's going to be better for the environment than other products. It's going to be a good alternative to other products. It says that these days LCD is the standard in energy-efficient TVs. Now remember, that term standard just means the normal or the usual product or thing, and this is a good standard in energy-efficient TVs. So a lot of people have LCD TVs. I know I have one, and it is a great picture. We enjoy watching it, and it saves a lot of energy.
It does save a lot of energy. We've learned a lot of things yesterday and today about things that will save energy, things that will save time, and things that will save money. And maybe you've seen a product that kind of sticks out to you and you would like to find out more information. We encourage you to do that because all of these things are good because it not only is eco-friendly, but it saves you time and it saves you money.
Now I have to ask you, Brandon, of all the products we've talked about so far, before we take a break right now, I'm kind of curious which one of these products interests you the most?
Well, I like that wireless mat because I can just put all of my devices on there and there's no wires involved and it will just charge all the devices up. I would think that would be very useful, especially for when I am traveling. Well, right now it is time for a break, but first we have a skit.
Want to see more super consumer electronics?
Sure. What else do you have that saves money?
Well, how about new light bulbs?
But I'm already using energy-efficient fluorescent light bulbs.
Save even more with LED, the newest alternative to fluorescent.
And
they are 5% more efficient. Their lifespan is 50,000 hours.
wow, that's a lot of light. And wow, that's a lot of money.
Remember, you'll save money in the long run. These LEDs will still be glowing in 20 years. Will you?
What about this TV?
Well, this is a liquid crystal display TV.
LCD TV. That's nothing new.
Oh, but new improvements save watts, and that saves bucks.
New improvements?
Sure, sensors turn off the TV when no one is in the room. And the light dims and brightens depending on the light in the room.
Wow, that brightens my day.
Yeah, or turn it completely off and save even more watts and more money in the long run. So, what super electronics will you buy?
Sorry, I can't buy any. I don't have any money right now.
Oh, that's no problem. Just use your credit card.
No way. Credit cards cost more money in the long run. Okay, everyone, we're wrapping up this month's Studio Classroom Technology lesson with two products that create handy, memorable initialisms. You remember initialisms from our business article a few weeks back, right? Today's initialisms are, of course, LEDs and LCDs. Again, the technology for these two things aren't that new. In fact, LEDs and LCDs are both over 100 years old. But the reason why LEDs and LCDs are still grabbing our attention is because people are still discovering new and exciting applications for them. Now, let's find out more about what LCDs are capable of as we wrap up our lesson on line 5.
Innovative, eco-friendly products. The past year offered up numerous improvements that are determined to save watts and bucks. For one, human presence sensors prompt the TVs to shut off after 30 minutes when no one is in the room. Additionally, illuminating backlights dim and brighten depending on the lighting present in the room. To cut off power completely, just flip a switch on the back panel to avoid paying for that energy use spent in sleep mode. All of these are just some of the many ways LCD has once again redefined efficiency.
Welcome back. We are still here talking about innovative, eco-friendly products. Most recently, we've introduced you to LCD TVs. They're very popular now. In fact, perhaps you're watching our program right now on your very own LCD TV. Now, we see that the past year has offered up numerous improvements that are determined to save watts and bucks. And so we know that this technology has been around since 1888, but just over the past year, many improvements have been made, and in fact, so much so that people now can save watts and bucks. Now, bucks refers to money. I know that that might be a strange or new term to some of our students, but it saves you money, but it also saves you watts, Brandon.
That's right. Watts just meaning electricity. Watts is the measurement there. That's how we measure electricity. So it saves you electricity, and it also saves you money, or as we see here, it saves you bucks. We continue with for one, human presence sensors prompt the TVs to shut off after 30 minutes when no one is in the room. So this means this very smart technology, if no one is in the room for 30 minutes, it will automatically shut off. This will save you energy, which will in turn save you some money.
And that's because the TVs have these very special sensors attached to them. And a sensor is something, especially a piece of equipment that is used for discovering the presence of light or maybe heat or sound or something else. And in this case, the sensors on these TVs are used to discover whether a human is in the room or not. So as it says, if there is not a person in the room and the TV has been on for 30 minutes, the TV automatically knows that no one is watching it, and it shuts down. Brandon, it's like these televisions have brains of their own these days.
That's right. They're very smart, and I love it because you don't really have to worry as much, and you're still saving on electricity, and you're saving money. I think you may have to spend a lot of money to make these purchases, but in the long run, it's probably going to save you money, and you're going to help the environment. We see next, additionally, illuminating backlights dim and brighten depending on the lighting present in the room. So you have a light there on the back, and it will come on depending upon how much light is actually there in the room. So we continue to see that this is really smart technology.
It's smart and it's eco-friendly. It's saving energy all over the place. It is great for the environment. Now, to cut off power completely, just flip a switch on the back panel to avoid paying for that energy use spent in sleep mode. Now, of course, we know that if you want to turn your television off, you can usually just pick up the remote control and hit the power button, but that doesn't mean that it is completely not using energy. There's still energy being used as it is in sleep mode or rest mode, and so in order to not use that energy, all you have to do is click a switch on the back and you will not be using energy anymore. Just another way that this product is good for the environment.
That's right, and we see the phrase there to cut off the power. That just means to turn the power off. So you just flip the switch on the back of the TV and you're saving even more energy. All of these are just some of the many ways LCD has once again redefined efficiency. And we see the word there, redefine. That means to define again. And so because of all of the changes that have been made, well, now LCD is even more efficient than before. It's saving more energy, saving time and resources, and saving money as well.
We know that we hear a lot about our environment today, and we often learn about eco-friendly products and eco-friendly things that people can do to help improve our environment. And although you are perhaps just one person, there are many different ways you can help the environment to get better. And buying these types of eco-friendly products is one way. And as Brandon mentioned, it might be a little bit expensive in the beginning to purchase these products. They're not cheap, but once you purchase them, it's going to be worth it because you'll save money in the long run and you'll have great products on your hand and it will be good for the environment.
That's right. So in other words, it is a great investment. You put a lot of money up front, but in the long run, you will end up saving money and helping out the environment as well. Now, we've learned a lot of different things over the course of the past 2 days. We've learned about LED lights. We've learned about the LCD TVs, but we've also learned about a pad that will help you to charge up your different devices so you don't have to have wires. And there are many, many other products. Maybe you're especially interested in this topic, and well, we hope that you would research it more and that you would find products that would help to save the environment, to save you money, and also to save energy.
And of course, technology is changing every day. I'm certain that there are more products than just those we have spoken of in this article, and these will be changing in the near future as well as technology continues to improve. So, if you have found any one of these specific products interesting, or perhaps you are the owner of one of these products and it has changed the way you live your life, why don't you write us and tell us about it here at letters@studioclassroom.com. Let us know what you are doing to help save our environment. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Before we go, let's visit the chat room.
I don't get it, Rachel. This newspaper article is talking about how to make a fast buck, but there's nothing in it about deer or even animals.
No, Ken. The buck mentioned there is not referring to a male deer. A buck is an informal word for $1. Hey, Ken, do you have a buck I can borrow?
Oh, so you want to borrow $1?
That's right.
But who wants to make just a buck?
Well, buck can also refer to an amount of money. A person might decide to work overtime to make an extra buck or earn some extra cash. So a fast buck is just easy money. Some people like to make a fast buck without putting in very much hard work.
I see. Now this article makes sense.
And you know, Ken, we should never pass the buck.
Pass the buck? What does that mean?
Well, pass the buck means to shift blame or responsibility onto another person. A responsible person would say, the buck stops here.
Something tells me that that's not referring to a male deer either.
No, Ken. The buck stops here is an informal expression that means that the ultimate responsibility rests here. So here in the library, if someone steals a book or doesn't pay a fine, the buck stops here. I have to be responsible for what happens, not my boss.
I admire that.
So Ken, you haven't answered my question yet. Can I borrow a buck? Do you have a buck I can borrow?
Oh, you were serious? Okay, just a minute. 今天这一课提到 LCD 能够 save watts and bucks. Buck 这个字，你如果查字典会发现指的是一头公路。那在这里呢 buck 是一个俚语的用法，表示美金的1块钱。Can I borrow a buck? 我能不能跟你借1块钱？ I like to make an extra buck. 我想要多赚一点钱。所以课文中的 watts and bucks, watts 是电力的单位瓦特。Bucks 是钱 ，save watts and bucks 就是省电和省钱。那另外还有一个 buck 的片语 ，pass the buck 表示推卸责任、怪罪别人。一个有责任感的人会说 ，The buck stops here， 也就是责无旁贷，我会负起一切的责任。一起来看 Michelle 的 language tips。Hi
everyone, I'm Michelle. 首先我们看的是 alternative 这个名词 ，A-L-T-E-R 这个字根是指其他的，所以 alternative 是指替代方案或者是非传统的选项。例如 natural herbs can be an alternative to medicine for treating colds. 除了药物之外，天然草药是治疗感冒可使用的另类方法。或者是 green tea is a healthier alternative to coffee if you need caffeine. 如果你需要咖啡因，绿茶是比咖啡更健康的替代品。继续我们看的是 lifespan 这个名词 ，span 是指一段时间或期间，所以 lifespan 是指使用期间或寿命。例如 the lifespan of an adult butterfly is only 1 or 2 weeks. 孵出来的蝴蝶的寿命只有1到2周。或者是 the lifespan of this kind of battery is twice as long as the regular ones. 这种电池的寿命是一般电池的2倍。最后我们看的是 sensor 这个名词 ，sensor 是指感应器，例如 a heat sensor can detect the presence of human beings or animals. 热能的感应器能够察觉人类或动物的存在，或者是 the smoke sensor goes off if someone is smoking in the bathroom on the plane. 如果有人在飛機上的廁所抽煙，煙霧感應器就會發出響聲。And I guess that's all the time we have for today. Goodbye and take care.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Studio Classroom Recap, a time where Bill Quinn and I share a few extra thoughts about today's lesson. Today's topic is LED light bulbs and LCD TVs. Now, a few advantages of the LED light bulb as opposed to the more traditional bulb is one, it's more efficient. More efficient.
It is. It's extremely efficient compared to the traditional light bulbs. Traditional light bulbs give off all this heat and they use up all this electricity.
Good point. Yeah. So when something's efficient, it uses less energy and it gives off more light. Another advantage, it has a longer life. And I should point out that LED bulbs, or light bulbs rather, they do cost a little more, don't they, Bill?
They do cost a little bit more, but Steve, these things literally last forever.
Because of their longer life, you're not going to change them as frequently, if at all.
Yeah, you're not going to change them as frequently. So one of the drawbacks, Steve, is that some people don't like the light they give off. Yeah, you know, they're used to a certain brightness from the incandescent light bulbs, and they're not comfortable with the LED lights. They might, it might be a little more difficult reading, or it's just not something they're used to.
Yeah, and we also hear that complaint with fluorescent light bulbs. As energy efficient as they are, the light that they give off is kind of harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is harsh. Think of a hospital when you talk about fluorescent light bulbs. Just think of this, just bright white light, and it's almost too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few more things. Check them out on the internet. LED light bulbs, LCD TVs. These are some great ways you can go green. Friends, we're out of time. Please join us next time as we discuss more about meetings.
Innovative, eco-friendly products. LED light bulbs. LED is the newest alternative to the current energy-efficient fluorescent light bulbs. But unlike fluorescent bulbs, LED lights contain no traces of the toxic element mercury. They are even found to be 5% more efficient than fluorescent and possess a lifespan of up to 50,000 hours. Purchase costs may be high, but only LEDs can say they will still be glowing 20 years from now. LCD TVs. LCD is nothing new. Liquid crystal display was first discovered as a technology in 1888. But these days, LCD is the standard in energy-efficient TVs. The past year offered up numerous improvements that are determined to save watts and bucks. For one, human presence sensors prompt the TVs to shut off after 30 minutes when no one is in the room. Additionally, illuminating backlights dim and brighten depending on the lighting present in the room. To cut off power completely, just flip a switch on the back panel to avoid paying for that energy use spent in sleep mode. All of these are just some of the many ways LCD has once again redefined efficiency.
I know there are a lot of people out there who are conscious of the fact that appliances plugged into power strips still use small amounts of energy, even though the appliances are turned off. It's because power strips are drawing what we call idle current from the outlet, thereby wasting energy and money, and that's not green. But an innovative, eco-friendly solution to this problem is the Smart Strip Power Strip. If you're interested, check the internet for more info. Okay, tomorrow we continue our World of Work blog series. Until then, I hope the rest of your Thursday is great. Bye-bye, everyone.